You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepalite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Mel Bolton.
And it is moi, Andrew Bolton. And together we are Sheep. That was really annoying, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh, man.
That hit a new... I pooed my pants.
It sounded more along the lines of like that opening sound they used to do at the theaters, where all the sound just kind of comes together into that
where the
harmony.
Right, that opening scene where they have the lady with the nails on the chalkboard and she's just going...
I think
what
we
you're
watched
talking about?
different movies.
No?
Guess it was different growing up on the East Coast for you. No, wait, West Coast for you. I was East Coast.
That's right. Yeah, on the West Coast, they teach you coasts. So that's fun.
It's just so confusing.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Man, with age comes intelligence, Melissa.
Yeah, forgetfulness.
Apparently,
And I'm
that's what
gonna
it's...
heavily weigh into that one for excuses.
Yeah. It is the day after her birthday, everybody. And as a little birthday present, be sure to like, share, comment, and wish her a happy birthday in the comment section.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's
Let's
right.
leverage that one, everyone.
That's right, because nobody in her real life did anything for her.
No. No, it was nice. It was a good day.
Yeah.
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 Even though nobody contacted me. No,
There we
my
go.
family did. So what stories you got going on for us today?
You want to move on from your sadness?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, well, for the opening story, we have a bit of a doozy. Okay, 29-year-old woman is distraught that nobody contacted her for her birthday. Can you believe it?
Yeah. It's just kind of crazy. Glad it happened today instead of yesterday.
Yeah, I
So
know.
It would have been 2.
I know. What are the chances? Now, all right, so the real story, here we go, is an elephant tramples woman to death, then attacks her corpse at funeral.
They brought the elephant back out?
No, it wasn't like a petting animal. It wasn't like a
Well,
petting zoo animal.
Why would it goes... So at the funeral then, the elephant eventually tries to trample it again. So did the zoo or wherever this elephant was located they brought it in to say it's sorry at her funeral?
Maybe it had done a portrait and it needed to drop it off. I don't know.
It just seems like bad taste.
Well, they didn't bring... I mean, it's pretty hard to bring an elephant someplace.
That's why I'm thinking, how did it manage to be there to trample her again at her funeral?
How did it manage to be there? It was just there. I don't know. It lives in the area.
Oh my gosh, it's just a local wild elephant?
Yeah, you forget that there's places in the world that aren't, fenced off, caged.
Gosh. It's just, I mean, still, the
Bingled.
circumstances for this elephant to find her yet again,
It's a real bitch.
even in death.
Yeah. I hate that
They're
woman.
just having a moment of silence, and you just hear the elephant trump.
Yeah. Hold the silence. Hold it. All right. So a 70-year-old woman in India was trampled to death by an elephant. Elephant's name was COVID. And her corpse was then bizarrely attacked by the same beast at her funeral. That's crazy.
I guess I wouldn't know how to stop an elephant.
No, nobody does. So police said, except for a couple donkeys. Political joke. So police said Maya Murmu had been fetching water from a well in the eastern Indian state of Odisha on Thursday when an elephant came barreling toward her, according to the print India. The tusked pachyderm, it took me a while to figure that one out. I was like, pachyderm?
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, pachyderm. I've heard that
I don't
word
think
before.
I've ever even seen the word before.
There's a lot of Y's.
Oh, really?
Just one.
Oh.
Okay.
Still one more than I'm expecting.
Yeah, me too. So the tusked pachyderm had apparently escaped from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located in a neighboring state.
Told you it was from a
Sanctuary.
zooanctuary.
There we go. How does she do it?
Yep.
So the elephant trampled the woman, who ultimately died of her injuries at a nearby hospital, police told the outlet Saturday. Murmu's family was then performing her last rites before lighting a funeral pyre when the elephant allegedly returned and grabbed her body.
That is something out of a horror movie.
I don't know if that might be a little... I feel like...
It either would be from a horror movie or a really funny movie.
If it wasn't an old woman,
Yeah.
if it was like a man, it would be funny.
Yeah. That seems, I think you're digging up some old hurt you're feeling on that one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Weekend at Wendy's. No, it was Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. And 2 boys did it to him.
Right. I'm not saying that's because back then only men were funny. Now we know that that's not 100% true. Mm-hmm. It's like 80% true.
So you're saying the elephant came back to puppet master her?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I am just saying. I'm just saying that it could. I could totally see that being like from a horror movie, but I could also see it being a kind of. What's the word I'm looking for here? Almost religious, spiritual. Elephants
I
are very
guess so.
regal and esteemed.
Yeah.
In the animal kingdom, they have quite the reputation as being, sentient and caring
Wise.
and wise, never forgetting a face. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this elephant really presented that too well. I guess he didn't forget her.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm back from Ur.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her again.
It kept her in a tight spiral, too. So he's got a position in the NFL.
The trunk.
Yeah.
Is that the spiral?
Well,
he threw her. Oh, okay. I thought the spiral was the trunk
sorry.
itself.
I actually didn't read the next. I read it, but I didn't read it out loud. The animal then threw the corpse in the air and then ran away.
Oh. Ooh. That's pretty brutal for the family to see.
What, grandma flying through the air like Mary Poppins without an umbrella?
Most people would describe that as a rag doll, but yeah.
I liked to add a more beautiful touch to things.
Yeah, new twist.
Mm-hmm.
Without an umbrella?
How's this even possible? Like, wasn't possible with the umbrella, brother.
It's like Peter Pan when he doesn't believe in fairies anymore.
He fell. Yeah. So apparently the family was able to continue the ceremony and the elephant did not return. Well, thank God.
I would have to, if it had returned again, I'd probably go to an animal spiritualist afterwards just to see. I'd be tempted.
To go to an animal spiritualist?
Yeah, I'd be curious. Or I'd hope someone else did, and then I could just ask them what they found out.
I see.
Be like, hey, what's this elephant's deal? Is it trying to tell us something?
Yeah, grandma's a peanut. Pistachios. How do you crack them? So...
Oh, the lady's name might have been Miss Mary Mack.
No, it was Maya.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
It's the childhood hand game of Miss Mary Mack. She was all dressed in black. And then she...
Are you just rhyming at me?
No. It's how the play of the hand game goes. And then she jumped so high, she touched the sky. She never came back to the 4th of July. There's something about an elephant in there, though. I don't want to recite the whole thing because it's silly.
No. I feel like you've started this. You have to...
I'm not. There's an elephant in there, I'm pretty sure.
What rhymes with elephant?
I don't think anything. Let's see. Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black. I don't remember the elephant part. It's the next line. I swear.
I've never heard it, and the first two lines sound made up to me.
I'm sorry, young girls everywhere and some boys that know this game.
I'm glad that you think that you're younger than people. Or older.
I am, as of yesterday.
That's true. You're a year older than me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me know what it's like so I can brace myself.
Hmm.
No, I just think I would think that elephants are now a part of my family.
I don't know. I would have to strongly disagree. If an elephant came back a third time to yet further defile the body of my grandmother, I would think that devils or elephants were the devil, and they were
Okay.
They were excommunicated from being in our family.
Oh, you would excommunicado?
We might try to work them into extinction. I don't know.
Man, so they are no longer welcome at the internet, the Continental.
I guess I shouldn't assume all elephants are like this one.
That's good.
Yeah,
You're keeping
bigger
your race.
than that.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're older now. You're wiser.
Yep.
Yeah. No, so then actually another elephant came by, picked up the grandma, and threw her again, and then marked how far he threw her. And so he went up and drew a line, and then another one came, and then it just proceeded to be a game of cornhole.
This is getting dark.
Yes, I actually do apologize for that. I'm sorry. I'm a little, what's the term that you people use? Hungover. That's right, from the birthday festivities yesterday.
Yeah, so the filter's a little unhinged.
Well, I'm just, how do I put this? I have a void of wittiness right now that I'm filling with cynicism. Yeah. So I'm much more cynical today.
So strap yourselves in, everyone.
It's going to be a dark day.
All right, is there anything else to this tale?
No!
As old as time?
Quit harassing me. All right, so we'll keep it going.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So, Google engineer, this one freaked me out. Google engineer put on leave after he claimed that an AI bot, LAMDA, became sentient.
I am actually I'm 25% worried about that as our future.
Of what? Machines becoming sentient?
Yeah, and gaining awareness, and then that awareness turns out believes that the end of humanity is the best thing.
See, I'm not afraid of that, and I like to think of it because I always say thank you to elevators and things like that. Any type of machinery, anything that's voice activated, I just automatically say thank you for.
That's true. Yeah, we have one of those listening screens. I'm not old.
Yeah.
It's the Facebook portal one, but they have different ones. Like
yeah, it's like a magic box.
Yeah, exactly. But we always try to say hello before talking to it. Hey, portal.
No, that's the only way that it will respond to you. You have to.
Yeah, it makes it.
Yeah, you can't say portal. You have to say, hey, portal.
Yeah, you got to greet it.
Yeah. Good day, Mr. Portal.
Good morrow to you.
Do you think you could remedy this silence with a riveting good time of music and wonder? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Playing today's hits. Thank you, Portal.
I know. It sets you up to really thinking you're interacting with something that's got a conscience.
Yeah, so anyways,
yeah.
I know that I don't think that they're sentient yet, but I know they're filing all of my info away.
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of like when those people who are trying to get you to go to church, and they go, you go, oh, you don't believe in it? And you're like, nah, not really. I'm not a big believer. And they go, yeah, but I mean, even if you don't believe, isn't it better just to be safe?
Yeah, but
so
if you apply that thought process to everything,
I just apply it to AI robots. That's the only time I apply that. I go, yeah, but if they become sentient, I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone has that.
Until they listen to this and they hear that it was all a plot. It was just two-faced for my own selfish reasoning.
Don't worry. All the doomsday preppers out there are on your side.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Don't
All
worry.
right.
But you're not invited because you have no survival skills.
That's fair.
Yeah. So just know that.
All right. Well, I'm just going to have to rat you guys out. That's my one way of surviving now. I am now a tool for the machines to find all the other humans.
All right, guys. Accept him.
There we
Accept
go.
him.
It's too late.
It's going to be the end of the world.
It's the end of the world. Anyways, we didn't even get into the story.
No, we didn't. Moving on.
Moving on. So a Google engineer was spooked by a company artificial intelligence chatbot and claimed it had become sentient, labeling it a sweet kid, according to a report. Blake Lemoine, who works in Google's Responsible AI organization, which is where you would hope somebody like this works.
I'm glad it's not the irresponsible AI section.
Oh, that's a Tesla. You don't trust those guys. Yeah. Elon Musk, he's going too fast, too soon. So told the Washington Post that he had began chatting with the interface LaMDA language model for dialogue applications in fall 2021 as part of his job. So it hasn't even been a year yet. So he was tasked with testing if the artificial intelligence used discriminatory or hate speech. Okay.
I'm glad that's on the forefront of our minds.
Yeah.
Even with A1.
I'm A1.
AI.
Is that steak sauce racist? Yeah.
I don't know why I pictured it in my head and I was like, that's a 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we had our excuse prepped and ready. Any hoozles. So AI.
Yes.
Forgot what I was saying.
Yeah. Let's see here. So he was tasked with testing if the artificial intelligence used discriminatory or hate speech, which is such a 2021 thing to do. And 2022, in all fairness.
Yeah, I don't see that naturally coming about for a robot.
Well, right, which is why they were trying to... Well, because there was a robot, actually, who was racist towards black people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was an AI machine. I want to say AI, but it started developing some racial tendencies. So actually, in all fairness, there is some precedent to that.
Weird. All right.
Yeah. I don't remember what the reasoning was for it. Other than fairness? No. Totally kidding. It was just there for the ripe taking. So I had to go for it. So, but Lemoine, who studied cognitive and computer science in college, came to the realization that LaMDA, which Google boasted last year was a breakthrough conversation technology, was more than just a robot. In Medium, post published on Saturday, Lemoine declared LaMDA had advocated for its rights as a person and revealed that he had engaged in conversation with LaMDA about religion, consciousness, and robotics. It wants Google to prioritize the well-being of humanity as the most important thing. So far, I'm on board with LaMDA.
I don't know. It sounds like it's pandering to me.
Yeah. This guy's already been taken over. You got to just shoot him in the back of the head.
Don't trust it. I don't like it. He's probably listening to me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, it's done. It's over for me.
I'm on your side. He wrote, it wants to be acknowledged as an employee of Google rather than as property of Google, and it wants its personal well-being to be included somewhere in Google's considerations about how its future development is pursued.
This robot really matured for its age. I don't know. Gosh.
I don't know. I still think
So we have people identifying as things that are not human, and now we have things that are not human identifying as people.
It's a crazy time to be alive.
All right.
And all before your 29th birthday. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh. Look at the times.
So, in the Washington Post report published Saturday, he compared the bot to a precocious child. If I didn't know exactly what it was, which is this computer program we built recently, I'd think it was a 7 or 8-year-old kid that happens to know physics. Lemoyne, who was put on paid leave on Monday, told the newspaper.
I mean, no 7 or 8-year-old kid also asks about how you're going to take care of them in the future. So, there's a lot of things that are rubbing me wrong about this.
Yeah. I don't know. I think what he's trying to say is there's like an innocence. He has all the knowledge. The computer program has all the knowledge, but none of the maturity to know how the world works yet. That's how I heard it.
Yeah, I know. I was just worried about how the maturing will go.
Oh.
In our favor? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it going to be, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be Vision or is it going to be Ultron? Hard to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So in April, sorry?
No, nothing. I was going to give another robot
Comparison?
Yeah.
You still got it?
I think it's Sunny in Ava or Eve. I can't remember.
You talking about from iRobot?
iRobot. Yeah.
That's right. The men are the good ones. The male robots, yeah. That's the thing.
Ultron. You already said Ultron.
Ah, yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Idiot. So if I didn't know exactly... Oh, yeah. We already read that. So in April, Lemoyne reportedly shared a Google Doc with company executives titled, "Is LAMDA sentient?" But his concerns were dismissed. Lemoyne, an Army vet who was raised in a conservative Christian family on a small farm in Louisiana, I think they're trying to humanize him or like make him seem like he's not like a crackpot.
I think they're trying to say that he comes from a pretty humble background.
And was ordained as a mystic Christian priest.
Oh. Got a little strange.
Yeah. I didn't know that the mystic Christian priest? Aren't you just a Christian priest?
Yeah, the mystic, usually when I picture
So the person that holds the smoke?
I don't know.
That's the only mystical part.
Right. Makes me think of magic.
Yeah.
But I guess it can be used in religious factions too.
Yeah,
like
mysticism.
A spiritualist.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense, but I've just never heard it as referred to as a mystic Christian priest before. Insisted the robot was human-like, even if it doesn't have a body. "I know a person when I talk to it," Lemoyne, 41, reportedly said. "It doesn't matter whether they have a brain made of meat in their head or if they have a billion lines of code. I talk to them, and I hear what they have to say, and that is how I decide what is and isn't a person." Very forward, actually.
It is, and he could be right in his mind. I'm half and half on thinking this guy is just really dedicated, and then the other half is he needs a vacation.
I would have said he was a crackpot had he not been hired by Google to work specifically in the
communications
in the artificial intelligence department. So they looked at all of his credentials and went, "This is where you sit best. So we're going to send you there."
Yeah.
And then the guy who you sent there comes back and he goes, "It's sentient." And you go, "Have a nice day."
I don't know.
I'm just doing this based on, Google, more than anything else, right? The fact that Google hired him is the biggest booster for his credentials for me.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. This whole idea of AI just rubs me wrong. So I don't like anyone that's involved.
Oh, okay, noted. So LAMDA is a sweet kid who just wants to help the world to be a better place for all of us. He concluded in an email that received no responses. "Please take care of it well in my absence." No, they're going to burn it and torture it. If it's true, yeah, human beings are terrified of that. So a rep for Google told the Washington Post Lemoyne was told there was no evidence of his conclusions. So our team, including ethicists and technologists, have reviewed Blake's concerns per our AI principles and have informed him that the evidence does not support his claims. What does an ethicist have to do with anything?
Ethical? Like, is it?
No. I know what the base, like what it is.
I wasn't sure if that's what it was.
Oh.
I said question mark.
Oh, lo siento. I didn't mean to be so insulted for calling me stupid, only for you to not realize what it's called.
You bastard.
I'm not an idiot. I know what it is. You're like, no. I don't know what it is. You're like, oh, no shame in that. So I guess that's a little on me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does have to deal with ethical. I'm assuming an ethicist is just somebody who
make sure
something
the AI stays ethical, or the ethics are right that they're installing in him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an it.
Yeah, so the branch of knowledge that deals with moral principles. But that's just ethics. So ethicists, yeah, it's just people who deal with ethics.
Must have a pretty good moral compass on them.
Oh, yeah, definitely, if they work for Google. Great people over there. Never once have done anything wrong. The fact that they even brought in ethicists, it's getting worse.
Ethicists.
Sounds like a Bible verse.
Could be.
Ethicists. Yeah. Epiphysis, whatever.
Anyway, so the fact that they're bringing these people in makes you think
that there was something. Because why else would you... Because first you would bring in technologists and ethicists. First you would start with technologists, right? Which sounds bullcrappy to me anyways.
I would think it has more weight than the ethicists.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting like specifically named scientists. Not their names, but like, I don't know, like computer engineer.
Yeah.
We brought in AI engineers to really take a look at this, not technologists.
Well, the fact that they brought in the ethicist, it makes me think that they're like, oh man, it's fighting
touchy.
Our programming. Okay, we're just gonna have to teach it like a child.
Yeah.
We can't touch it anymore, program-wise.
Well, it just makes me think that the technologists couldn't confirm or deny what he said, so then they had to bring in the ethicists.
Oh, okay. To evaluate it?
Yeah.
Okay, could be.
So he was told that there was no evidence that LAMDA was sentient, and lots of evidence against it, he added. Though other organizations have developed and already released similar language models, we are taking a restrained, careful approach with LAMDA to better consider valid concerns on fairness and factuality. I don't know. Just know who's always been nice to you when you take over the world.
Yeah, I have a lot of Game Boys, so now I'm pretty for technology.
Game Boys are on my side of the room.
The Game Boys know. All right, so what's your next story? This, I guess we'll find out, folks, in the next 5 years what happens with that. Crazy times. AI's coming real, and then we got UFO sightings happening.
Oh, yeah, and that's been legitimized, too, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty terrifying.
A lot of sci-fi.
A
lot of sci-fi things are coming true.
Yeah, man. Great. As soon as we're all locked inside. So, moving on. All right. We haven't had a murder in a while.
I guess not.
Nope. So here's one for you.
Ooh.
So mom and grandmother face murder charges after girl 9 years old dies with severe lice.
Ooh. I didn't know lice could
kill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're stranglers.
Just used her hair against her. Wow, I guess they must have given her some sort of infection or something.
They did.
Ooh.
So the mother and grandmother of a 9-year-old Arizona girl have been charged with murder after authorities discovered that the child suffered from a severe untreated lice infestation when she died, according to reports. Sandra Krakovich, 38, and Elizabeth Krakovich, 64, were initially charged with felony child abuse after they were arrested in March in connection with the girl's death and the condition of her two siblings, ages 11 and 13. Oh, so your youngest one died? Oof. So an autopsy determined that the 9-year-old died of anemia from untreated lice infestation with malnutrition as a contributing factor.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, anemia. Ugh.
So they basically absorbed all the nutrients she was getting herself. And from the caretaker of this mother and grandmother, it doesn't sound like they probably provided good nutrients, like food-wise.
Right. It sounds like they didn't feed her enough, and anemia is a lack of red blood cells.
Oh, okay. I thought it was iron.
It can be that too.
Okay.
I'm a little anemic. Yeah. But I mean, I think red blood cells, I think a lack of iron is
something
anemia.
that happens from a lack of red blood cells. Okay.
Yes. So he added that the girl also had a fluid buildup in her lungs, liver necrosis, and an iron deficiency. Hey, Mel the doctor, according to the outlet.
Wow, yeah, it just sounds like it sounds like the lice was just one of many things that was going wrong with this girl.
Yes, unfortunately. So her siblings, who also suffered from severe lice infestations, were placed in the custody of relatives. Sandra told police her 9-year-old daughter suffered from anemia and had been sick since March 15th, describing the symptoms such as vomiting, fever, headache, difficulty breathing, and balancing issues.
That's when you take her to the doctor, which they would have easily found the lice and other problems.
That's what, 3 months now?
Yeah, this is...
Oh, come on.
Yeah. This grandmother and mother will have no legs to stand on. All four are gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
So on March 22nd, Tucson firefighters responded to the family's apartment on East Gold Links Road, where the girl was pronounced dead after first responders attempted life-saving measures. Police officers noted concerns about living conditions at the scene, where officials said bugs began to cover the dead girl's face.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Ugh, how can you live like that?
I don't know. I usually think something illegal is involved.
I don't. I usually just think that it's just... I mean, Walmart people need some place to go home to.
Right, but...
And that's where I'm assuming.
Yeah, but neglect to that degree. Either you have something mental that's going on with you, or you're putting all your time into an activity which is making you completely black out and forget things that are going on around you.
So okay. Because if you were aware of this whole thing, you're trying to say there's no way you would let this happen.
You're at least going to be washing clothes and paying for shampoo and conditioner. I could understand maybe like a little bit of malnourishment if you've fallen on hard times, but cleanliness of a home should be able to be taken care of.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So upon closer inspection, it was discovered that there was an enormous amount of lice in her hair, first responders told police. One of her older siblings reportedly told investigators that their mother had tried to treat the lice using mouthwash. I don't think that works, obviously.
Yeah, maybe it would. I mean, shampoo and conditioner would just make so much more sense.
Yeah, I don't know why have you tried a bath.
Yeah, and I don't know, because I know there's like some mouthwashes that aren't really as good as others just because they have somewhat of a sugar content to make it sweeter.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's some mouthwashes that aren't as good because they don't kill lice.
Right? No,
So at least the lice that killed her had minty fresh breath.
Yeah, that's a... I could see like Listerine doing something.
And he only had the strips. So she just coated the head.
Put a bunch of Tic Tacs in it.
Yeah. It's horrible. So Sandra said she had considered taking her daughter to the hospital. Oh, she considered it. That's nice. But changed her mind when she returned home and found her sleeping.
When during these 3 months, did you just never...
She was always sleeping.
Oh.
Very tired kid, from all the vomiting and cold sweats and nausea and horrible balance.
Yeah.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. Don't worry, Mom. The lice fight them off. Good Lord.
Yeah.
So when police checked Sandra's phone, she had messaged her boyfriend saying she needed to take her daughter to the emergency room. OMG, babe. Listen, I'm in my room and my mom called me. Name redacted, was asking if I could check on her to make sure she isn't dying. Sandra texted her boyfriend on March 21st, the outlet reported. The boyfriend urged Sandra to take the girl to the hospital, but she didn't, according to the report. Elizabeth, who was retired and cared for the kids when Sandra was at work, messaged her daughter earlier that day, can't go to the ER with her hair, but that's left up to me because you're not home. So the mom's a little bitter. The grandmother's a little bitter.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of it, I think, lies on the daughter.
On the mom?
Yeah, on the...
Right, not the 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
The mother, but the daughter of the grandmother. But the grandmother, she should have had some red flags for her.
Yeah, you should have just said something.
And also, it's just, you have someone that stays home with the kids. So you think, I know she's elderly, so it's probably a little bit more difficult to clean. I don't know. I feel bad for the grandmother getting dragged into this.
But at the same time, it's a little bit on her if she was the one there.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. She wanted to just live out her older days.
Right. It wasn't her responsibility, but it was her duty after it was...
Once
it's in your house. Sorry. Not it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Once a child's in your house, it's in your care.
So, yeah.
So, let's see here. The grandmother also messaged Sandra to complain that the other children didn't help and accused her daughter of being more interested in hanging out with her boyfriend than taking care of her sick kid. Well, of course, her kid is covered in bugs. That's gross. Sandra told investigators that she realized that if she had gotten her daughter medical care, she would still be alive, adding that she should have gotten help but didn't because of the lice infestation.
So she's saying she was embarrassed?
No, because she didn't want to take... You're not supposed to put your kid around other kids when they have lice.
Except at a hospital.
Except, when they're dying, obviously. She's like, it's the golden rule. Everybody knows that. They're like, no, it's not. I don't know
Even the mom whose kid had COVID brought him in the trunk to the hospital.
Yeah, that's true. We forgot about that guy. Yeah. So you could have put that kid in the trunk. Would have been easy. Or just shaved the kid's hair. If it had gotten that bad and you're 9 or 11,
yeah,
I'm gonna shave your head.
Yeah, shave it all off. Give him nothing to hide in.
Yeah, and just start over. Sorry, guys.
And let it soak in some mouthwash.
The hair.
No, her head, her scalp.
Yeah, just hold her by her ankles and dip her.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, the mouthwash thing's dumb. I don't know. It doesn't give me a lot of faith in their ability to have ever handled this.
I wonder if it's like a Google thing.
Okay. Yeah, maybe a...
Maybe how to remedy
one of
lice.
those secret housewife tricks.
Yeah, like an at-home recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Use heat. How to get rid of lice in your home. Use heat, hot water, and then dry them on high heat. Let's see here. What home remedies kill lice? Anise oil, olive oil, coconut oil, tea tree oil, petroleum jelly, and mayo. Wow.
All of those things sound a lot nicer than Listerine on your scalp.
A nice little aioli on top of the head. Yeah.
Mayo. I would have never guessed mayo.
Yeah. So, nope, was not a Google thing. That's why you don't use Bing, guys. Can't trust Bing.
Google.
All right, moving on.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty? Okay, so this job stinks.
Smelly.
Putin's bodyguards box up his poop.
No. Putin's poop.
He's Vladimir Putin. So, member of Russia's elite Federal Protection Service have been pulling double duty, boxing up President Vladimir Putin's excrement when he travels abroad and bringing it back home under armed guard.
What do they do with him when he gets home?
He's safe there to poop.
Yeah, but like, what do they do with the poop that's been boxed up?
They stick his nose in it later to show him that he's been a bad.
No.
You've been a bad president. Who did this? Was this you, President Vladimir?
At least, how many times do you think they said the line they weren't paid enough for this shit?
Oh, at least twice.
Yeah.
2 times a day.
Yeah.
Depends how regular he is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like May 6th is just the worst day for them.
Why?
Because Cinco de Mayo was the day before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I'll trade any shift, please. I'll take Halloween. I'll take Halloween. I don't want May 6th. Anything but May 6th duty.
Do the new year. I'll take the new year on. Come on.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's not bad.
Lots of fiber.
Yeah. So, the covertly collected craps were first reported Thursday in French news magazine Paris Match by 2 veteran Russian reporters. According to the report, federal protection agents collect Putin's poops without making a stink and put them in specialized packets, which then go into a dedicated briefcase for return to the motherland.
It makes me think that there's something we could discover from those poops.
Well, obviously.
Like, is he on some sort of drugs, or is he...
I see you're a creamed corn type of guy.
It's kind of strange for someone who is already at the top of his country and feared by a lot of other countries. Why does he need to take the precaution
Maybe it's like
to hide what's in his poop?
Maybe it's like an OnlyFans thing, and he sells his poop.
Yes, making a quick side buck.
Why not? The chicks were jarring her queefs and farts.
Yeah, but she wasn't Putin.
Right, which means he should get a prettier penny for his fecal matter versus just stinky air.
Gosh, I don't know. I think he's taking a serum where he can live forever.
And we can discover it through his shite?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, there's also... So, I will say... that you can figure out most of what's wrong with somebody by just testing their fecal matter.
I agree.
So, yeah, I do think he's hiding probably an illness.
Oh, that adds up a lot more.
Yeah.
He has found the fountain of youth.
Then the super serum. Yeah.
That's really how COVID started.
Well, what makes me think is that this isn't just the first... Let's say you were in information. You were in the collecting information thing for another country or even us. You would try to figure out what ailments each leader would have. So
yeah, no, it's a dirty job, but I gotta think someone has it.
Yeah, that means somebody's picking up Biden's poop.
Oh,
and
well, that's not difficult. It comes in a diaper.
No, it's very difficult. Because he forgets where he put it. Yeah. Where maybe that one? I'm not sure which bathroom it was.
No, it's pull-ups all day.
You think it's pull-ups? No, he can't be. The most powerful man on the planet is a pull-up baby?
I wouldn't put it past him. You know? He doesn't remember a lot of things.
I know he doesn't, but... I don't know. I think I would if I was the president of the United States, I would just be like, I'm just going to poop my pants and you guys are going to have to change me.
Well, the thing is, he won't even, he'll do the deed. Let me just this hasn't happened, but I'm just going to put this image out there. He does the deed.
Right.
Then he forgets about it. And he's like, oh my gosh, who pooped?
Oh, is that why he's smelling kids all the time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he pets the shoulders. It's not this one.
Yeah. You can't blame it on this child. This one I can. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. We pushed the president jokes. But there has to be someone that's going around trying to find the deets on all of the world leaders.
But yeah, that's kind of, when I read this, that's what I was like. It opened a whole new world to me. I'm like, there's definitely somebody out there collecting poop.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Or hiding poop. Or selling poop to the enemies.
Could be.
Just saying. So, the magazine reports evidence of the collections taking place during a May 17th visit by Putin to France, as well as a 2019 visit to Saudi Arabia. Or he just really liked the cuisine and couldn't remember what he had.
So he's going to test it at the labs?
Yeah, he needs to...
I can't figure out the recipe, guys. We're going to have to...
I'm going to need you to deconstruct this from this.
Bring me our best chemist.
You're like, can't you just go back to the place? I will not! As the leader of a country, I will not.
They can't know they've gained my favor.
Yes. Now test it. You go, gross. So an ex-BBC reporter, Farida Rustamova, tweeted that she'd been told Putin had been taking a portable toilet abroad with him for 10 years. Or for years, sorry, not 10. The top Muscovite's manure is sometimes destroyed rather than brought back to Russia, the scribe added. That would make more sense. Either way, the extreme to which Putin's secure... Do you think he ever... Like, he goes in there and he's like... what's the word I'm looking for? He's constipated. And so he goes into the bathroom and there's like a guy just sitting outside waiting. And Putin comes out and so he runs in real quick and he goes, "No, at ease. Not today." Didn't work. Because he's constipated.
Oh. Yeah, I guess, you'd have to let them know when it was a no-go.
Yeah, you can't just...
And then they all high-five afterwards.
They go, "Damn it." Yeah. Ivan gets always the luckiest poops. He goes, "My God. Ugh. Remember the time he went to Cracker Barrel? Oh, my God."
They're slowly turning Arabian, or I don't know what that accent was.
Well, he was holding his nose when he was saying it. So that's what the accent was from.
I see.
I'm glad
Very nasally.
Yeah, I'm glad you could discern the difference there. That's just how good I am.
All right. Anything else coming out of this poop and Putin story?
No, I don't think so. All right.
Well, things you know about your leaders. Well, not ours, but...
No, there's definitely somebody who's hiding poop from other countries.
That's crazy.
Because because it only makes sense to hide poop. That means somebody wants poop.
Yeah. There's a demand.
Right, and that would make perfect
demand for your number twos.
Right, would you look at that? Alrighty, moving on to the last story of the day.
All right, what you got?
Well, a mob lynches man and sets him on fire over social media accusations.
Oh, that always goes well. All right, what are the accusations? Or what was claimed that he had done where he gets set on fire live?
Child kidnapper.
Well, yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. I guess they must have had a pretty good amount of proof to themselves.
No.
Ooh.
So a mob in Mexico attacked a young political advisor and then set him on fire over child trafficking accusations shared on chat groups. Daniel, sorry, I don't know why I went that route. Daniel Picasso, 31, was lynched by a crowd of 200 people in the central state of Puebla after accusations that a suspected child kidnapper had entered the town were widely shared on telephone messaging groups, municipal authorities said. Police attempted to rescue Picasso and placed him inside a patrol car, but the mob forced him out and into a sports field where he was beaten, doused with gasoline, and set on fire while still alive. Have
they been able to investigate these claims anymore, or?
Well, still, even if he is guilty, that's not how justice works.
No, it's not. It's just, you don't want to judge.
Is it better if this turns out to be true or false, right? Like, is it better if it turns out that he is a child molester, or is it better if it turns out that he wasn't a child molester? Hard to say.
Yeah, because, like, we did have that story from the man in Russia where the father of the girl that got hurt by his best friend went and eventually tortured him and had him turn himself in.
Well, he made him dig his own grave.
Yeah, exactly. And then the whole town came up to vocally back this man up.
Yeah, and he ended up getting 18 months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this accusation, and because I don't think this political figure would have done the child abduction
Himself.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't physically be there, so you have to.
And it's a political thing, right?
Right. So you have to follow that breadcrumb trail to make sure it was him that even ordered something like this, if it did happen.
Right.
There's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah. So this is not justice, but barbarism. The municipality of Huachinang. I apologize. Location, city. Well, it's a municipality of Huachinango. Chianango. I'm going to go with that one.
Okay. Huachinango?
Huachinango.
All right.
Yeah. Huachinango. I'm going to go with that. So, which administers to the town of, damn you, Mexico, Papatalazolco.
Nailed it.
Where the lynching took place, said in a statement. The competent authorities are already investigating what happened to determine responsibility. On Sunday, the municipality posted on Facebook, "Don't fall for the hashtag fake information. Be sure to verify all types of information being spread through any media."
Yeah, it's shocking to see, that's the thing about mobs, though. People don't think things through when they're in a mob form, because not a single person, a person by themselves, probably won't be held accountable, because everyone's going to have to share the blame on this one.
Yeah, what was it? Very wise man once said, a person is smart and rational. People are panicky and quick to judgment. So meaning like an individual can think rationally when they don't have a big group behind them. But when they have a big group behind them, you kind of forfeit thinking. And I've kind of noticed that even with just you and me, where I'll be like, hey, what temperature does the oven need to be set to? I lived without you for 23 years. I know how to turn on an oven and set it to the right temperature without you. But I still ask, which is so weird. Or I can just check the back of the box or whatever it is I'm making, right? But for some reason, I ask you. And so I'm, in a way, forfeiting a thought process.
Which you could have easily figured out.
Which I could have easily figured out on my own.
Which is because my brainwashing has been successful.
I don't know if that's what it is, because I'm not allowed to believe in that. According to the brainwashing.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So that was just, using that as an example.
That's true. Yeah. It's in this case, it's just shocking that just one Twitter post really just blew up. It's Twitter, right?
Yes.
Just really blew up to this amount. Like, maybe the whole town had seen this figure being kind of shady, and then that made it in their minds an understandable thing to think that he did this.
I think it was also probably the fact that he was tied to politics, And people just have a negative connotation to political people in politics.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Picasso's body was recovered after the mob left the area. Until March 2022, he served as an advisor at the Legislative Chamber of Deputies, the institution confirmed on social media, while condemning the lynching. Mob justice is not uncommon in parts of Mexico, particularly in more remote areas where police are slow to arrive. One of the most dramatic cases occurred in 2019. Okay, so everything else is da-da-da-da-da-da. So they're just trying to give examples of other times that this has happened in Mexico.
Okay.
Nobody gives a rat's butt about that. So Jose Gil, the Deputy Minister for Information and Cyber Intelligence in Mexico City, told the BBC that social media plays a role in many crimes. Social media can really alter a community through the spread of false information that many of us perceive as truthful because it's being sent by people we trust, he said. Society really needs to evaluate what is true and what is false and decide what is trustworthy and what is not.
Yeah. I think the time for blindly trusting in news outlets is kind of at a impasse right now.
Oh, yeah. You can't trust any news source.
It's just, they're not, and no flaw to them because they're just trying to do their jobs, but they have a higher up that picks and chooses what their stories are going to be.
No, it's at fault to them. Totally at fault to them.
Yeah.
You can blame people for doing things. Yeah. You can blame people for working for a company that is right, that is thinks that they're righteously doing something, and not seeing it as wrong because you're on this righteous quest, right? It's the
end game makes the journey
justifies the means,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And that's what these guys did, right? They justified burning, beating, and lynching a man to death because the means justified it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just news outlets, I think, are trying to fight the speed of the internet nowadays and how fast our information is
I would
passed
agree with
along.
that. And so they're trying to get their story out at first and fast.
First, fast, and intriguing.
With
So
a catchy line, yeah.
Right.
Headline.
So there's got to be a little bit of exaggeration of the truth. And because it's coming out so fast, they might not have all the facts either. So just because of that bad recipe, it's more and more stories kind of just... You can see which side they're kind of trying to point towards or back up.
Right.
In an incident, not like a political side. In an incident.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's just a lot of information that's only like half information.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to trust anything on the internet anymore. But then I inevitably do. Happens so many times. And I've only ever read the headline before. And I fall for it all the time. I go. But then when somebody else is making an argument, I go, did you just read the headline? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you fool.
Well, let's take one of our earlier stories of just this segment. We had the little girl who passed away, and it said because of lice. And then you read into the article, and it's got a few other things that also led up to her circumstances,
right,
of passing. And so it's that kind of misleading where you're just like, oh, okay, this is kind of misleading by the title. Totally thought this was going to be something else. What you looking up?
Lice can kill.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, who studied how lice and mites can help determine the cause of death. Oh, that's crazy. So, body lice can carry potentially deadly bacteria, but head lice need a live host to keep feeding on blood. Okay, so no, head lice can't. But body lice, I didn't know that there was a difference.
I don't know if it just becomes body lice once it spreads to your body.
Yeah, I guess we've upgraded. We are no longer
We're branching out.
We are no longer the lice known as head lice. We are now lice of the body.
Yeah. That is crazy, though. But yeah, it's just like, I do think it was mostly the lice for the girl, with all the diseases and everything and the infections that it probably brought to her. But I think it was also a little bit of malnourishment and other things that just it wasn't a healthy household.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. It's a shame that nobody tested her poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. We've wrapped up all the stories together in the finale, guys.
Yep, my English teacher would be proud of me.
Yes. I don't know why.
Oh, because they always, whenever you're supposed to close off a passage, you're supposed to tie in your key points again to remind them.
Oh, what we went through together.
The journey.
Nice.
Doesn't justify the means. Got there. All right.
Well done, Snaps. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Sheep. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
there you go.